Welcome back to another weekly vlog. So I know that you guys last saw me, and when you last saw me I was like kind of pooped, right? I had gone to the mall, I had gotten a couple things. I got this coat which I really love. Okay, it's very comfortable, especially to fly in because it's almost like a blanket, you know. um Right now, currently, we're at the airport, and the airport is a madhouse. Like, it's absolute mayhem. Anyway, we off that because we on our way to our favorite city. Okay, my favorite city for sure. So currently, I packed all my stuff up literally like all the way up until 4 a.m. Like, I was literally walking around still trying to figure out at 4 a.m. what I was going to put in the bags. Then I ended up, I was going to bring the wheelchair because, as you guys know, I'm having surgery. So I was going to bring the wheelchair. Decided not to bring my wheelchair last minute because I'm like, you know what? That's not going to be a good idea. That's too much stuff I already have, because I have a carry-on, plus I have a check-in, plus I have a walker, which when we get more settled, then I'm going to tell you like all that and what that has to do with. So went through security. It was kind of a hassle. I'm so hungry. I didn't really eat anything. I ended up just getting like some cashews just to munch on. Like, you know, when in doubt, protein and healthy fat is always the way to go. I ended up just getting some cashews and some water. I'm just gonna chill until I get to New York, and then I'll figure it out from there. But yeah, so right now I'm just waiting. The flight was delayed. It said that we were supposed to be leaving at 11:30 a.m. It said that it got delayed until 12:25 p.m. I don't mind the delay because I really need like a break. Like, I'm kind of tired. I need a little rest. And I don't like to just, you know, run through the airport and then go jump on the flight in that same energy. Like, I like to be like more calm, you know. So with that being said, it was supposed to leave at 11:30. It's now leaving at 12:30. My hopes is that it doesn't get delayed any further. Like, I'm good with the 12:30, but in any case, we always go with the flow. Excited. We home, y'all. We are home. I don't know how to act. Okay, I really don't. I have been doing this ever since the plane wheels touched the ground. I'm so excited to be back in New York. And I told you guys that we're gonna unpack and all that together. I am gonna do that with you guys, but your girl hungry. Okay, from this morning, I literally did not eat anything at all. I had one cashew. And when you might say like, oh, like you had a pack of cashews. I had one cashew, literally one cashew, and some water. So I ordered food. I actually ordered the food before I got here because I'm responsible. However, the food was kind of delayed because I didn't select priority when I was delivering the food. I only did like just regular because I didn't want it to beat me here. But now I'm like, dang, I should have, you know, did the priority one. But it's not a big deal. So when the food comes, I'm going to show you what I got. I ordered jerk chicken with rice and peas, coconut water, and curry chicken and roti. Okay, both. Because I'm hungry and, you know, you can have some for a little later. There's some stuff that I'm going to need from Target. So I'm gonna stop by Target after, but I think this is how I think the flow is gonna go, because it's snowing outside.
Humble brag, okay? Humble brag that it's snowing outside. But it's like so dark and it's 4:30. But you know, it's a city, so it's not like it's gonna be like, you know, we can't walk anywhere. I'm going to eat first and foremost so that I can think straight. Then I'm going to go to Target. I do have some disinfectant wipes with me, but I'd rather get some more and just do it all at once, because I'm just the type of person, I like to disinfect before I put my stuff away. Even though the place looks very clean, it looks very pristine, you guys can see, I like to disinfect my own, just for my own, you know, comfort. So I'm gonna go to Target and get some stuff, come back here, unpack everything. So it's gonna be eat, Target, come back, unpack, and just like settle in and, you know, enjoy the vibes, enjoy the evening. And I'm really tired. I got like 3 hours of sleep last night. The day before that I got like 2 hours of sleep. I think the day before that I even got 3 hours of sleep. So I actually do need to get some rest today. Yeah, but I'm so happy and happy and happy to be here. I really am. I really, really am. So yeah, so I'm gonna go get this food. I think the guy is supposed to be here. Let me see what it says. It says, I had texted him like 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, because it looked like he wasn't moving on the app. And I was like, are you okay? And he responded, yes. That mean hurry up, fool. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It says he's 3 minutes away. So that's good. So I didn't want to come in and take off my coat and everything. This coat came in clutch. You see how long it is? Came in clutch. That wind, when I was on the plane and I was all the way in the back, which that's a whole nother conversation. Literally there was no more seats behind me. And when I was on the plane, somebody had opened the, like when they were, everybody was getting off, they opened the back door and that wind hit my leg. I said, I'm so glad I have this coat, because I'm like, there's no way in the world, but it's very functional. Like no wind gets in through this coat. It's very cozy. So yeah, so I'm hungry. I'm very hungry. So I'm gonna go downstairs and go grab the food in a second. And then I'll catch up with you guys when we are on our way to Target. Okay? Yeah. Guys, I ended up having to order the groceries because the snow is really coming down. Like OD. And you guys wouldn't understand how special it really is, because when I knew I was coming for this surgery, I wanted to plan it around the time that I would be in the snow, because snow is just soothing, calming, like by nature. And I ended up rescheduling the surgery like more than one time, which, like I said to you guys before, I'm gonna tell you more and more about the details. But being able to be like in this situation, and it like, I could have came any other day, and this is the day that it's really snowing. So I'm super excited about it and happy to be in this weather. All I did was I just ended up, because of how the snow was coming down, I just ended up, see, it's like all my face, I ended up just packing the stuff, unpacking all my stuff and like cleaning up. I'm waiting for somebody else to bring like a little bit more cleaning supplies, but I don't do the most. The place is already clean. I just like, you know, sanitize again, like the toilet, like, you know, you have a disinfectant spray that while you're staying for a little while, you know, you can just wipe stuff down and keep it clean and fresh. Especially because I'm having surgery, I want to be sure that like everything stays disinfected and sanitized. I'm going to tell you guys more about the surgery like another day, but I am just enjoying the snow. I'm enjoying it. It feels so great. It's coming down for real and it's sticking. Let me show y'all. I had to come back out in the snow. Regardless of if I'm not going to Target or not, I'm just out here in the snow, like walking around and enjoying it. To me, whenever there's snow outside, the air is the most, it just feels so crisp and like you can breathe freely, especially coming from, you know, Florida. It's like, it's so humid and kind of muggy there that this just feels like incredible.
so I'm just enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. Good morning, everybody. Today is actually Tuesday. Yesterday I made sure I just stayed in. Like, I dedicated the entire day to just staying in and relaxing. First of all, we've been up and down. We were just in Jamaica, then went to Florida, now we're in New York. So it's like, you know, I know that I need to like wind myself down and kind of like relax a little bit, which is hard for me. It's very hard for me. But yesterday I was very intentional about, you know, not doing too much, not moving around too much, just try to like stay in. It was pretty cold last night as well. The temperature like extremely dropped. So I just was like, you know what, let me just stay in and try to like get into relaxation mode, because as you guys know, I'm actually here to have surgery, which I'm going to get into all the details later on, like this evening. But right now, you see I'm trying to like fix my shirt under my shirt, because I literally can't just go out like with just regular clothes on, because I think it's like 20 degrees. Or maybe even less than that. They said it like feels like 10. But right now I need to go get my hair done, and I need to go get my nails done. That's something that I really, really want to do, because obviously before you have any procedure, you know, you want to, one, be clean and all that stuff. But besides that, it might be a little bit before I can do, you know, like a pedicure, or even like, you know, get in and actually have the energy to want to wash my hair. So we're gonna go do that right now. I was supposed to leave at like, I woke up like 7:30 this morning, again in go mode, like, oh yeah, I need to go, and like I told myself, like, you need to calm down. Like, girl, you need to calm down, because I'm always that type of person. I'm very much of like a doer, find things to do even when I've already done everything. So I was like, I need to calm down. So the salon opened from 7 a.m. The hair salon, which we're going to Dry Bar actually, that opened at 7 a.m. Then there's this nail shop that I found on social media. I think it was on TikTok I found it, or Instagram, one of them. So today is now Tuesday. So people should be at work, right? So with that being said, there should be a lot of availability at this time. And also I should be able to find a stylist that could maybe align with my texture better, because I don't know how like Dry Bar works. I'm sure that everybody can pretty much do like a blow dry, but like, you know, sometimes you want somebody that's familiar with textured hair, right? So I was going to walk, but the reason why I'm not gonna walk is because, again, I'm in energy conservation mode right now. Later on, I have some stuff that I want to do outside, so I don't want to, you know, take from my energy bank and go exert myself for absolutely no reason, when it's like a 6 or 7 minute ride to the salon. I can walk across the street and go to do my nails, and then, you know, figure out the rest later. So this is the fit. I just have on leggings, which my scarf has gotten like lint all over, but leggings, and I don't know if you can see the shoes. I just have on my black and white Sambas. And yeah, so we definitely have to bundle up. Like,
I literally have this long, thick scarf. You guys were with me when I got it at Zara. This long, thick scarf, and I have to tell you, as much as I was complaining, like about the price and everything, this really came in clutch because it is very cold. Okay, and being in the city, when I'm used to being like, you know, kind of like on the outskirts, like Queens or Brooklyn, it's like, I feel like it's a little more warmer there, but because being in the city is so close to the water, I mean, in Brooklyn, if you're closer to the water, but normally I'm like more on the inside. So if in the city, it's way more cold. So like, you know, I have to make sure. So I'm wearing these glasses, cute little glasses. Y'all know I love a cute pair of glasses that just, you know, tie everything together. Have my scarf. Let me get my jackets. Again, another thing that came in clutch was this jacket, this coat, I should say, because it literally covers me from top to bottom. And normally I would play games and like just wear it out like this. Maybe I can because I'm going into the car, but it's really cold. It's very, very cold. So this is the vibes. I'm gonna go ahead and button it up. This is the vibes. So I'm gonna call the Uber now. I can't, I would call it right now, but I feel, actually, you know what? Let me call it. Let me call it now. Anyways, while I was finding a a driver, let me just say, so yeah, so later on, like I said, you're gonna go with me to the nail salon and to the hair salon, but after that, I'm gonna talk to you guys about the knee surgery because I feel like I've been like bringing it up often, but I haven't really like given you guys the details of like what's actually, you know, the situation. So I'm gonna like break it down so you guys can be on the same page, because obviously you guys are gonna come to surgery with me and figure, you know, go through that whole event with me as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab my stuff, put you guys in my purse, and then I'll see you guys in the car. So I just got out of the Uber. I'm not gonna lie, the Uber, the music was really loud and it was kind of like stuffy in there, so I didn't really record much. But I am here now. We're at Dry Bar, Midtown East. It's on the Upper East Side, and I have to stop at Sephora after this. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and go in there now, and you know, get my hair done and all that. I'm not gonna lie, this coat is so thick that the cold air just like balances it out and it feels so much better. So I'm gonna go in there right now and see what they talk about when it comes to hair. So guys, I'm actually in the bathroom. Luckily, they can actually take me, which is awesome because I didn't know if they would have availability, but I figured they kind of would. Remember when I said like, oh, it's work time and they should pretty much be busy? I'm sorry, that they should not be busy. They are busy. So yeah, there's that. But this is so like nostalgic being in here because I used to work in blow dry bars, so being like, I've never been to a dry bar at all, so being in like a dry bar on the receiving end is kind of like cool. Like it's like a weird thing for me. I'll explain more of that later, but yeah. So they're gonna wash my hair. Hopefully somebody that can scrub my scalp really good, and yeah. Listen, I can't even show out how I want to show out right now, but your girl don't know how to act. Okay, I don't know how to act right now. This blow dry was everything. It was everything.
The hair wash, everything, the blow dry, everything. I was gonna film in there, but I didn't really want to film because I'm gonna be honest with you, again, me trying to like relax and be like zen and calm, I didn't want to, you know, like be on my phone or be on technology at all. So I literally was just sitting there chilling, calm, collected. But again, don't know how to act. Like my hair is so nice, it's light, it's fluffy. I have it in here just, you know, keeping me warm a little bit, but looks so good. This blow dry looks so good. If you're ever in the city or Midtown or whatever, you have to come to Midtown East location of Dry Bar. Now I gotta go to the nail salon, but I gotta tell you guys, this is such a full circle moment. So for many of you guys who obviously are getting to know me, right? I used to work. Let me dial it back. Let me dial it back, calm down and slow down. 18 years old, I had just finished hair school, and my dream at that time was to become a hairstylist in New York City. Like that was like my dream. Like I felt like just doing that would make me feel like I made it, right? 18. I was working in Queens, ended up around 19, whatever, the two salons I was comfortable with that I was working at in Queens, I was like, you know what, I feel like I want to, you know, explore my dream. But I was trying to get like some experience so that I could be like taken, you know, seriously when it's time to work in the city. I sent out applications like crazy, and ironically I ended up getting a job on the Upper East Side, which I'm in the Upper East Side, at a place called Scott J. Aveda, and I worked there for a while. But one of the first places I applied to before I even knew that I was going to get that job, or before that job was even an option, I walked out of Dry Bar, and right across the street is the salon that I applied to, one of the first places ever. So you can see it right here. It's Bumble and Bumble. So it's just, you know, sometimes you have these little tidbits that are like just so sweet, and you know, it just reminds you that in all things, in all cases, and at all times, everything will always work out exactly how it's supposed to, you know. But this is my favorite place. You know, it grew me up. This is a place that raised me for real. So no matter where I go in the world, it's never gonna compare. So anyway, enough being sentimental now, girl, because we in the city, okay? And we're gonna go to this nail salon. It's a nail salon that's actually fairly new. It's called Panda, I believe that's the name. And as a matter of fact, I'm over here walking like I know where I'm going, and I kind of don't. So let me just wait a second. But I have a feeling it's over this way. If not, it's on the other block. But let me see if I can, you know, find the place. Guys, let me put y'all in my pocket. Let me get myself together because my hands are freezing. And then once we find the salon, then we'll walk there together. But give me a second. Okay, so I actually was going the right way. It's literally right around the corner, like a couple of steps. So we're gonna go over there right now and go check out the nail salon and see if they even have availability. Guys, I'm in the salon now, getting my nails done, and I gotta tell you, when I literally opened the door, my lips were frozen. And I don't mean like dry or something, I mean like my face was like this. Frozen. It is so cold. But after here, I want to get something for lunch because I'm hungry. I'm going to be cooking again tonight, but that's like way later. But I want to get something for lunch, and then I need to stop at Sephora. Sephora is like maybe 4 blocks up on Lexington. So I'm going to go over there, but it is so cold. My hair is so soft. So soft. I have it in here, keeping me warm. But yeah, this is a really nice salon, and luckily they were able to take me too, so today's my lucky day. Guys, it is absolutely frigid outside. Okay, when I left the nail salon, I had to book it to come to Joe and the Juice to grab something to eat. I could not even like wait. I couldn't even pull my camera out. Nothing. Like, I got a phone call and I had to say, literally, I have to call you back because my hands are frozen. It is literally so cold. It's so cold. But yeah, so I went to the nail salon. I think they did a good job. I'm gonna be honest. It's like I said, it's called Panda. It's on Lexington Avenue. It's like 56 and Lex, basically. And they did a really good job. They literally opened a week ago. I'm gonna stop saying literally. I don't know why I keep saying that, but they opened a week ago, and it's really nice in there. I think they held it to a certain type of standard. And I enjoyed it for what I needed it for, like just nice, clean manicure and pedicure. Very nice. And it was about the same that they would charge like in Miami, so it was good. And they gave me a little gift, which is nice. It's like a little I don't really know what's in there, but I know they have like a little panda. It's like, you know, kind of like a play on the name. Very nice. So I'm waiting for my food, and I needed to go to Sephora, but I'm gonna have to go home first and like eat, relax, chill a little bit, then I can go to Sephora. So I'm gonna wait for my food, call a car to come pick me up. I was gonna try to book it. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Worse, because I'm not in the warmest of clothes underneath this jacket. So I'm gonna get my food, get some juice. I got a call from the surgeon, and they told me like when the surgery is going to be, as well as, you know, all the stuff that I have to do before that. So I'm gonna just go home, get some food, chill, and relax. And then after that, I'll just catch up to you guys then. I can't even talk, I'm so cold. All right, guys, so we're now home. It was so cold. I could not. After I got into the car, I couldn't even, I could barely talk. I could barely even talk. And I think can you see the lint from my scarf? I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. It was very cold outside, and I'm actually in the house just for a little bit because I'm gonna go back outside because there's a couple of things that I want to get. I want to stop at Sephora and get like a face mask, you know, stuff like that, like I can put on my face, stuff to underpuff my eyes, because I'm gonna be in the house for a bit, obviously after my surgery. I was telling you guys briefly about the nail salon, but I didn't get to go in depth. So again, recap: hair salon, I had a really good experience. I really enjoyed the service, the hair wash, everything like that. At Dry Bar Midtown East, it was very nice. I would have put a little bit more moisturizer, but I'm glad that they didn't, because that means it's gonna last like a lot longer. Because, you know, if you have like hair like this, once you wrap it 1-2 times, hair be greasy. That was good. The nail salon, they just opened, I think it was last week, literally a week ago they opened. And I found it on TikTok, and I was like, oh, you know, I'd love to try that place out. And so I went, and they were very available to take me. I went to a girl there. I can't remember her name. I think her name was Zoe, and she did a really good job. This is my nails. I always like to get like a clean manicure, And like, you know, I like to be able to do this. Oops, sorry, I'm shaking y'all. But I like to be able to do this and I'm not feeling like my nails so just soft, you know? So she did a good job. I always get the same color on my hands that are on my hands and my feet. But then they gave me this little gift. How cute is this? So you see it says like panda nail. And so like for the grand opening, they gave me this little gift. So I knew that this was in there. It's a panda keychain, which is really cute. This is really cute, honestly, and it's super soft. This is very cute. And I love that they played on the name, you know? Very cute. And then, let's see. Oh. This is a moisturizer, hand and body cream. Now, it's so crazy because when I was at the register checking out, I was like, dang, that lotion that she put in my hands, you know, after the manicure, they give you like a little hand massage. I was like, that smells so good. So it looks like it's the same scent. I would have to open it all the way, but this is the same scent because it's the same bottle. So that's nice. That's nice of them. And this is a lot. This is not even like a little hand cream. This is a lot, but yeah. So anyway, I came in. I hit the door looking like running in like somebody was chasing me. Ate that, waxed the sandwich off in no time, literally. And then I made some more hot chocolate because I was so cold and I want to warm up before I go back outside. But yeah, so since we're sitting here, let me talk to you guys about my surgery. So, you guys have been hearing me allude to it for a while about like what's going on. So I'm going to bring you guys up to speed. When I was younger, okay? I mean, okay, genetically, your girl a little knock-kneed, okay? I'm a little knock-kneed. Or I should say I was. And I mean, whatever. You know, some people bow-legged, some people a little knock-kneed, some people pigeon-toed. Not a big deal. What happened is that when I was like around 7 years old, my family and I were like in a really bad car accident and I flew under the dashboard and I was on my knees. So, you know, you're still growing at that time. You're still developing. And now that I'm even thinking about it, like telling you guys and thinking about it, that even sounds crazy. Like a 7-year-old, you know, falling on their knees like that. Well, when it was time to get everybody like checked out after the accident, my sisters and I were kind of on the wayside. Like we got like quickly checked out, but my mom it was so detrimental for her because of like what she was going through. So, you know, I remember that my left knee, this one, I had to wrap it like in an ace bandage to go to school, and I was like limping for a little bit. Anyways, you know, all focus was on my mom, as it should have been, okay? Because it was really bad. You guys don't even know. It was really bad. We'll talk about that another time. Anyway, grow up, get older, you know, put on weight, take off weight, whatever the case is. A couple years ago, I started to work out like more frequently than I like normally would have, and I started to go to Pilates regularly. I started to go to the gym and like do weightlifting regularly, and my knee, mainly the left one, it would swell up all the time, and I'm like, dang, this is not good. Like, I don't know what's going on with my knee. Like, it would be like a lot of fluid around my knee, and I'm like, dang, I don't know what's the problem, but I don't want it to, you know, I want to figure out what's going on. Went to the doctor locally, and I went to like a orthopedic doctor locally, and he was like, oh yeah, you know, when you get older, you'll just replace your knee. I'm like, okay, I don't want a knee replacement. Like, I definitely don't want a knee replacement. My grandma actually had double knee replacements, and you know, it's not fun. So I was like, let me get a second opinion. Found this doctor on social media, and he, I went for a consultation in 2023. So I'll like insert some footage so you guys can like, you know, see a little bit of like what he was doing when he was analyzing like my leg and the motion and all that.
Same internal and external. Okay, can I get you a roll on your belly? Compare to the right.
2023, he told me like, listen, this is not like back in the day where
you have to wait until you're older, get knee replacements, and then being that you're going to be older in age, it's going to be harder to heal. We can like fix and repair what's going on with your knees. And he's like, we're going to have to, break it, essentially. We're going to have to break it, fix it back, let it heal. And then the next one, because it was getting so much pressure on my right knee, it was coming in and like building, certain tissue and stuff around the knee. So he's like, we're going to have to pull that one out a little bit for you as well. So I knew that from 2023, and I was like, okay, let me just like, think about it, wait on it, meditate on it. Because I didn't really know like what actually he was going to say when I went there for the consult. Anyway, I decided to like wait. I was supposed to do it that year, 2023. I waited on it. Ended up doing it in 2024. So the following year, I ended up saying, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go do it. I mentally was prepared for it. I physically had gotten in the best shape that I could be in, because I wanted to make sure that I was able to recover quickly. So 2024, I got the surgery, and I'll have some clips here so you guys can also see like some of that process and what I was going through. I had somebody coming to the house, like a home health physical therapist, like teaching me to like bend my knee again and stuff.
1, 2, 3, up. Okay, push down. 1, 2, 3, up. Push down. 1, 2, 3, up. Okay?
You got nervous when I was like moving your leg?
At first.
A little harder, but this is really cool.
So did that in 2024. And it was such a process. Like I could not weight bear, which is like I could not just stand up on either foot at all. Like I think it was like a certain percentage, like 20% or like 30%, but I didn't want to mess nothing up. So I'm like, I'm not about to be walking around standing on these legs and go mess up like anything that was done. So I, pretty much was just in a wheelchair. And if I had to get up for anything, I would use my arm strength and like stand on my walker. Hence why I have the walker now. It's because I got it last time. So yeah, did the surgery, healed, got it together. Last year, is like he basically said like after a year, then you take the rod out. So I didn't even explain. So he broke the leg, he put a rod in from like here down. Excuse my length, but he put a rod in on this leg. On the other leg, he just put a little plate on the side. So he's like, you don't have to keep this in your body for the rest of your life. After your bones heal, then I'll be able to take it out. So that's what we're here for, essentially. We're here to just remove the rod on this leg and then remove the plate on this leg. And I do want to say, one, amazing doctor, like I said before. I just trust him. I really do. He just has like a comforting energy. It didn't make me feel like iffy or anything at all. Like nothing like that. And I think he's even like a teacher of it. The nutrition that I had prior to and working out like pretty much up until the surgery, I didn't do anything heavy. Like I didn't do too much heavy like weights and stuff like that. But Pilates, when I was getting released from the hospital after my first surgery, they were amazed by my arm strength. Like they were like, the fact that you are getting yourself out of the bed and not putting your feet on the floor is crazy. Because I'm gonna show you guys what I used to do. I used to get out the bed. This is the walker. And I used to have to go like this and hold myself up. And then I would put like myself on my toes and scoot like that. It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. And if you know me from my other channel, you would know that like that didn't mean nothing. Nobody knew. I didn't say anything. I didn't make a big deal. I didn't talk about it. I just continued, creating like usual. Nothing changed. So I am excited to get this stuff out of my legs. Because bones can kind of move a little bit when you have hardware. It makes it like you know, a little bit tougher for your body to be as flexible as it wants to be. So I'm excited to take that out. The surgery is tomorrow. It's actually scheduled for 8 a.m., but I have to get there at 6 a.m. So yeah, so again, I want to, while I'm healing and after, I think they said I'm going to be like weight bearing as tolerated. But while I'm healing, like, you know, that first, second day, I just want to like be here, laid up, face mask on, like, and just treat it like relaxation and allow my body to get through the process of healing. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. I'm going to like chill for a little bit, change, and then I'm gonna head back out and we're gonna go to Sephora. We're gonna probably walk around maybe Fifth Avenue, and yeah, just hang out for a bit, because after the surgery I probably won't be, you know, able to be like as up and down as I'd want to be. So we're gonna do that today. So yeah, so after I change and stuff like that, I'll like check back in with you guys. So I'm here now. I was gonna just get ready and go and then cook when I come back, but since I was already like, you know, I had the hot chocolate and stuff and I was cleaning up the kitchen. I'm the type of person, like, once I get into a flow, it's over. So since I was already in the kitchen, I'm like, you know what, let me just take it out, let me just prep it. Then I'm like, you know what, let me just start cooking it. So that's what I'm doing now. Then I realized that this Airbnb does not have a can opener. So what do? The only thing that makes sense. I'm sure my country girls as well as my Caribbean girls know this method. Like, if ever you need to open a can, this works. Oops. I don't want to cut myself. Voila! Just at Sephora, I got a couple eye masks and some face masks. That was really it. I was gonna film in there, but I was kind of like in and out, and then there's a lot of music in there playing and stuff. So now I did want to stop at like the pharmacy, Dwayne Reed, to see if I can grab anything, and then I'm just gonna be honestly chilling because, you know, I ate something already. I had protein, hot chocolate, plus food, and you know, dinner's, you know, almost ready, so I'm not really in a rush. I'm just going to get what I need from the pharmacy and then just maybe go in a couple stores, see if I want to grab something. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. Good morning. So today is Wednesday. It's actually surgery day. I'm so tired. I feel like I was able to sleep like for the first time fully last night, and it was so hard to get out of bed. I had to wake up like around 5. I ended up getting out of bed like 5:15, and then I like left the house at 6. I was supposed to be here at 6, but it's literally like 4 minutes away, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So right now I'm just here and waiting
for them to call me, and then I think they're gonna take me to the back, and then we do like maybe blood work, urine sample, all that kind of stuff before I go into like the actual waiting area. So, or if it's like how it was last time, there's like 3 waiting areas, and then after all the waiting areas, then you go through the process. So surgery is at 8 a.m. They said it would take maybe around 2 hours. They said it could be less, but they just like to book like it out for 2 hours in case they need extra time. So yeah, it's so weird. One thing I don't like about surgery, well, not that I don't like because it's necessary, but like what's weird is like, getting ready and you don't put on any, like, you can't put on face lotion, you can't put on deodorant, like perfume, any of that stuff. So, but yeah, I feel like all the feels, but I'm excited to get this stuff taken out and kind of be done with this portion of the process, and then just continue on, with the healing in like the right way, like as in like being able to go to the gym and being able to like heal the incisions and like all that stuff. So yeah, so I'll take you guys to the process all morning. It's literally full in the waiting room, so I'm like standing up, but I don't mind standing because I'm gonna be like sitting and laying down, like, so yeah. So I'm in pre-op. I'm feeling like a big sweaty girl because I don't have deodorant on. Like, I really feel like a big sweaty girl right now. But I'm in pre-op. They just went over everything. They're saying that basically they feel like it's going to be a breeze. I'm waiting for the surgeon to come to talk to me through everything. And I was feeling like, when I say the feels, I mean like a little bit of like nerves, feel like you gotta go to the bathroom because you're just so, but I know that it's excitement and also just natural, right? It's natural. But talking to my PA, Chris, really, really comforted me because he kind of walked me through everything. He let me know like, hey, you did the hard part already. Like, this is different. He also let me know some of what to expect, like, being able to walk and all that. So, it kind of calmed some of that anticipation because a lot of that was rooted in just not knowing what to expect, So, yeah, so all my stuff is like in bags, my coat, my clothes, all that. And I'm here just chilling. So I just spoke with the anesthesiologist. He was just letting me know like how everything's gonna go during surgery, that it's gonna be like the same anesthesia I had from the first surgery, but kind of like lighter sedation, just because of the time, as well as I get like an epidural like I had the first time, so that by just in case he needs a little wiggle room in the surgery, that I don't have like I don't really feel too much pain. So that's good to know. He also told me that I'm gonna like snap out of like the sedation quicker, whereas last time I remember like being in the recovery room and just being kind of like dazed a little bit, like I feel like I was drunk. They put my IV in, they checked my blood pressure and stuff, so now I'm just waiting to see the doctor, and then I'm gonna go back and stuff like that. So all good things. This is the angst is inside excitement, disguise. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, so just waiting and chilling and breathing through it, just staying calm, because it's all good things, So yeah, I'll see you guys maybe in a little bit. Alright, let's go. here, here. That's it? Yeah, wherever you see, because I shave, I was like being careful. I didn't want to.
Make it full.
Yeah.
You're good.
I don't know about this one.
Is it both legs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
But I think I shaved that one. I'm not sure.
That's the only scar?
Yeah.
Okay. You're good.
Thank you.
We're gonna give you a wash in the OR, okay?
Okay. So they just shaved my legs. The nurse told me that they're going to like wash up and clean my legs in the surgery room. It's at, right now 7:30. Surgery's at 8. So everything's like running on schedule. I forgot to say that they did swab my nose. That's something that they do. They said that they realize that a lot of the like bacteria and stuff that can happen like when people get like infections, it's usually through the nasal cavity. So they did some like swab in my nose of like this iodine kind of looking thing. So they did that already. So yeah, now I'm just waiting for my doctor to come. I think he's gonna talk to me about what he's gonna do and stuff like that. And again, I know I told you guys before, but I love my doctor. I really do. I think he's just really good at what he does, and he's very comforting. Also, I guess because of how much he knows, you know. So yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for that. He's gonna be the one to really tell me what to expect after. Even though everybody else has already kind of told me, he's going to be the one to really let me know. The anesthesiologist told me that since I'm going to be up more, I might notice that like my legs are numb. Like I'm up and I'm good to go, but like my legs are numb. So he basically was giving me like a caution, like don't be aware, like don't be aware, but don't be like alarmed, you know, that things are a little bit different this time. It's completely different. Last time I stayed in the hospital for like 2-3 days. I'm going home today, so it's, you know, you can't compare. So yeah, I'm feeling calmer like as time is progressing, which is always good. You know, I built these new neural pathways in my brain brick by brick, breathing through things, just going through uncomfortable situations, because the only way to, you know, not feel the feels is to just go through them and keep your body at a calm state. So that's what I've been doing. So I'm kind of chilling right now. My stomach was bubbling earlier, literally just now it was bubbling, but it's starting to feel like a little bit better, more at ease. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling better because it's seeming like I'm gonna be home chilling, you know, and that's what was kind of like causing me that kind of like, I'm like, I don't know what to expect. What am I going to be doing? Am I going to be able to walk? Am I going to be... So to know that it's going to be like I'm just kind of home chilling, maybe a little soreness and just tired, that's fine for me. And also like I didn't sleep much last night anyway, so I'm already just naturally tired, so I could use the extra rest for the next 2 days. So yeah, chilling. I'm so hungry, but it's like when they tell you can't eat, all of a sudden you're mad hungry. When they tell you can't drink, all of a sudden you're mad thirsty. So yeah, but chilling.
Yeah, but you can still bring it in there. But I think she's gonna want the longer ones that we don't have here. Yeah, I asked her if she can get it, and she.
So I am out of surgery. It is now 11:45. I've been out for a while. Like I think when I woke up I saw like 10 o'clock. I'm dressed and waiting to go back home, but I am so tired, as to be expected.
Okay.
I was walking around, they were showing me like basically just, you know, be cautious a little bit based on pain, but that I'm pretty much good to go. I'm so hungry, but right now I could really do for some soup. Some nice soup. So yeah, I'm feeling good, just hungry. and thirsty and tired and cold. That's it. Yeah. So I'm back home now. I really wanted to videotape when my doctor came into the room to talk to me, but after that, everything happened so fast. And then I walked to the back and the surgery. But now I'm home. It feels a little sore just because obviously like anything going into your legs and then like moving stuff around to get stuff out is gonna, it's gonna cause a little soreness, but all the functionality in my legs is there. Like I have no problem moving them. I can feel all of my muscles even when I'm like moving them and stuff like that. So I'm really happy. When I woke up in the like recovery room, it was like a little after 10. So that lets me know that this surgery was very quick for him. I was his first surgery of the day, just like I was last time. So let me show you guys my legs. As you can see, they're fully bandaged. Something to help with the swelling and just to keep everything, firm and in place. So right now I ordered some soup. And I'm just going to relax because I feel a little like, I have a lot of factors going on. I just woke up, not so long ago from anesthesia. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. So I'm just going to like nourish myself and knock out. Like I'm not doing anything else today besides getting some rest. So that feels really good. I look a little crazy. Like my hair, but I maybe wrap my hair. But to be honest, I'm the queen of do too much. As in, when I'm supposed to be relaxing, I will find something to do. So I'm going to try to just do the bare minimum. I did notice that my throat is a little sore. They didn't intubate me or put anything down my throat, but I think it has to do with maybe how cold and stuff it is. That kind of has me feeling like that. So I'm just going to drink some soup to ease, stuff back into my stomach, and then just get some rest. A lot of rest. And then I need to contact my family and stuff and let them know that it happened and that everything is good. And yeah, my lips all dry. Like I need to just get some rest, and then after that we can move on to self-care. I think a couple hours of some really good sleep will help me out a lot. So yeah. It's like 4:00 p.m. It's like around 3 something, 4. I am resting. I tried to get sleep, but I wasn't able to actually sleep right now. So I'm just kind of resting. And I'm the type of person, like I said before, I'm a doer. So I've been up and walking around, which is really good. But like, I was sitting on the side of the bed and I can feel like, okay, you need to elevate your legs a little bit and take it easy again. Even though all that movement is good, especially for flexibility and circulation. But I could feel like, okay, maybe I need to just like sit down for a bit with my feet up. What is this? My mouth is so dry. Hey guys. The same night of my surgery. It's like about 8 something p.m. I'm just checking in. As you can see, I'm like standing up. I'm just trying to like create some like, blood flow to go down. I don't want to sit too long. Especially when you have like surgery on like your lower extremities or knee or anything, like you always want to stay moving, keep your feet moving. So I've been in the bed doing like ankle pumps, ankle rotations, moving my legs straight and like pressing the pillow behind my knees into the bed, bending my knees, like all of that. And then I've just been getting up when I have to, use the bathroom or anything, but also just getting up in between that too, just for blood flow and circulation. And I don't take any pain medication. If it's really bad, I'll maybe take an Advil or a Tylenol. But I'm not going to sit down and take
like the oxys or like anything. I'm not doing all of that. That don't make sense. And in my opinion, based on the first surgery, when I had my first surgery, I was in a room with a woman who did her surgery as well, a different kind of surgery, and she took all the medication that was prescribed to her, and her healing was extremely slow. She was out of it all the time. She was not doing good because you have to remember, if you have anesthesia, that has medicine in it. I had a nerve block that has medicine in it. When you take over-the-counter medicine on top of that, you're adding more medicine, and your liver hasn't even gotten the chance to clear the first medicine out. So I'm aware of that. Sometimes I feel like earlier I was laying down and I felt a little bit like out of it kind of. And I realized, oh yeah, I had the soup. I need to eat something else. I had the porridge. And then if all else fails, I drink some water. And sometimes I just feel, like I said, when my body is telling me you're doing too much, you need to sit down. I called like all my family and stuff like that and was giving them updates. So I was sitting down for relatively a while. And my feet were like up and elevated and they started tingling a bit. Like to go numb. So I'm like, okay, let me get up and stand up and wiggle my toes and like walk a little bit. And don't get it twisted. Like, it does feel a little bit like uncomfortable, but that's to be expected. You know, like it's like expected for it to feel a little bit uncomfortable. That's completely okay. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update. For the rest of the evening, I'm just going to be chilling. Apparently there's like a blizzard that's supposed to be coming this weekend. I'm supposed to leave on Sunday. The blizzard's supposed to come on Sunday. I'm just going to keep watching the weather to see, because you know, if I had to wait it out again, I would do that. But I would prefer to like, you know, go home and like kind of like get back into the swing of things. Because by then I should feel like much, much, much better. So yeah, so that's what it is for tonight. I probably will check in with you guys tomorrow, just to say hey, and then yeah. What's up, guys? So it is the next day. Don't let how I look fool you, because I do not feel the best. This morning, the nerve block that they gave me wore off completely, and as much as I was feeling good yesterday, I was in so much pain this morning. Through the night, I was able to sleep comfortably, but then like I could feel it like gradually wearing off. I just feel a little like, you know, not so bright. But for my other channel, I have people requesting a certain topic of a video, and like every time I open my phone I see it, and I'm like, you know what, I'd rather like get out the bed, get myself together, look a little bit more presentable, clean up around my area so it doesn't look like a sick bedside, you know. And I do feel a bit better. It's just like my energy level is kind of like down, which is to be expected. I literally just had surgery yesterday, like intense surgery, not like something like a little, you know, light something. It's like, you know, they literally had to take out the hardware. Like they told me they're going to be like knocking my knees, you know, and my main pain is in my kneecaps. Both of my kneecaps. I can't even say. Like, you guys, just from that, you guys should know. So right now, I just decided, like I said, I cleaned up a little bit, got myself together. I'm like, you know what? For my other channel, I'm going to record 2 videos. I'm going to pace myself. I'm going to take my time and just kind of like relax, record, edit at a slow pace, drop one, and then maybe have a little something to eat, maybe some like more of the porridge, and then just get some more rest. Like I can feel the rest, but the pain is like stopping me from being able to fully sleep, because it's hard for me to find like a comfortable position. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update. Also, it's for sure that instead of leaving on Sunday, we're going to leave on Saturday, like really early in the morning, because we do want to miss that winter storm. It looks like it's going to be like a blizzard. And that's like the worst case scenario. Like I don't want to be stuck in a blizzard using a walker
with a lot of inches of snow. Like, that's just not a good scenario. So we're trying to, like, you know, leave. It's going to be Saturday morning, like 7 a.m. So, yeah, I was like, you know what? Instead of just laying in the bed and just feeling all the pain, let me do something to take my mind off of it, do the 2 videos, edit, and then by the time, you know, I do stuff like that and I have something to eat or have some lunch, I can kind of wind down and then just relax my brain, get some rest, and then eat something for dinner, relax again, and then, yeah. So I just wanted to, like I said, give you guys an update. And again, saying looks can absolutely be deceiving, so don't let me looking more presentable fool you, because I just have a good poker face. That's it. So yeah. Hey, so today is actually Saturday morning. It is literally like, I think maybe 4 something a.m., almost 5 a.m. Sitting in a wheelchair right now because I had to get wheelchair assist because, you know, walking is still kind of like iffy for me. And even though I can like take steps and stuff like that, it just makes me feel like a little off and like winded because my body just had surgery. Like, I just went through surgery. So yeah, I'm here really early, kind of hungry, kind of tired, kind of thirsty. I was gonna show you guys like me like getting ready, but it was just too much. It was taking too much out of me to try to show you guys you know, the process of leaving the house. I just needed to like leave the house. We have like bags, had to get in the car, get from the car to the airport, and then you know, getting through security. Like, it's a lot of stuff. But my wheelchair attendant was super nice, and she was very thoughtful. Like, she's like, oh, if you want to stop and get anything to eat, or if you want like anything, whatever. She was really kind. So that's nice, you know, when people are like helpful in that way. So yeah, my knees are kind of sore, bended. So probably in a little bit, I'll just stand up, you know, because since I'm going to be on the flight for a while, in a little bit, I'll just like stand up, maybe try to take a couple steps, or, you know, right now I'm sitting down and doing like ankle circles and ankle pumps. Looking forward to getting on this plane and like knocking out 100%. So yeah, just waiting to board and then waiting to be comfortable in my seats, chilling.